All right, and we are live. What's going on, everybody? How are we doing today? We have today's weekly X Spaces, but today there's a little bit something. There's a little something special going on with today's Spaces. We are actually live streaming, as we did last week. We're actually going to turn this into a standard practice for MVP. And we're actually going to be titling it something new. So what you guys are listening today is the very first Maga virtual panel. So what does this mean? This means we've actually got a different agenda that we're going to be going off of, guys. So look forward to it. It's going to include consistent and standardized giveaways. It's going to include a little bit of discussion about cryptocurrencies, which, of course, us as a cryptocurrency project, Maga VP, that's definitely something that we want to harp on. As well as some fun events and other discussion points like different political events of the week, the best tweet of the week giveaway. We're also going to transition to the MAGA viewpoint. We're the current panel here who has joined us today is going to be talking about different things in reference to what's happening within political finance as well as MVP. And other projects, and just some other cool things that we're going to be using this time for to make the session and this experience that you guys are listening to as we live stream a better one. So look forward to that. And today I would just go ahead and like to introduce our guests here. We have Jenna in the house. Jenna, welcome.
Hey.
Mike, how we doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Luke? Glad to be here.
Glad to have you, Mike. The real Steve-O, he actually just stepped away, but he's going to be joining us as well today. We have Crystal in the house. How you doing, Crystal?
What's up, Luke? Hi, everyone.
All right. And then we have, saving the best for last here, Mr. President, Funny Donald. What is going on, sir?
I am back, and I am so happy to be here. I just want to say I have never been more bullish for MAGA VP and Politify in general. I just came back from the process of releasing some poo coins into the liquidity pool, if you catch my drift.
Let's go. Let's go. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and, well, first and foremost, thank you guys for joining us. Always a pleasure to have this incredible panel here with us. Looking forward to adding some surprise guest speakers along the way. So just, guys, as we build out MAGA virtual panel, you can expect some of those kind of things, as well as surprises along the way. We are currently 26 days out from election. So much is happening, guys. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Let me just take care of some housekeeping things. If you guys are in here right now, please like and retweet today's live stream session. I'm going to go ahead and share this in our Telegram right now. So, guys, please go ahead, blast this around. We have a lot of ground to cover, and we got some pretty cool giveaways that we're going to be giving out today as well. So, that being said, guys, I'm going to give it just a minute here as we fill in. All right, there you go. See the power of just sharing these links. As we fill in, guys, please like and retweet the space. Let's get after it. Today's MVP MAGA virtual panel is going to be an exciting one. And we look forward to sharing some cool updates regarding MVP as well during today's live stream. So sit back and relax, and we are going to get this ball rolling here in 2 minutes. And by all means, as the panel guys, as I'm doing a couple things in the background, if you guys want to just talk amongst yourself here real quick, by all means,
Yeah.
by all means.
I just want to say, I'm sorry, we were going to have a guest today from the Dash team, one of the founders, and I told them we can postpone him till next week because him and the whole Dash team is right in the path of the hurricane, so they're kind of freaking out, and I believe they're leaving their homes, and so we told them, be safe, think of yourself. This is something that could be done next week. Do not worry. So if we could all just pray for the people in Florida that they stay as safe as possible, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is what is happening in Florida. They just got hit. They got hit once, and now they're getting hit twice. I do think, though, Jenna, the severity of the storm has decreased to a Category 3 from a 5, but I know the folks in Tampa are still going to be heavily affected. I actually have family members that are personally affected by this storm, and it looks like it's just going to be catastrophic. So even though I see folks downplaying it, going from a 5 to a 3, from what I understand, it's still going to cause some catastrophic damage. So guys, yeah, definitely thoughts and prayers out to you guys in Florida that are affected by the storm. It's just, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy what's happening. Okay.
So how was everybody's day so far?
My day has been great, and I do want to say for anybody that is in Florida, I mean, a 3 is still a monster storm. So I hope I got a friend out in that area and right near Tampa too, and he got his family out of there. So hopefully everybody's good. But yeah, no, my day's been good. I've just been busy all day, running out all around the space here, seeing all the exciting stuff happening in the crypto world today. I hope you all are doing good too.
Hey, how many of you guys work? Do you guys all work full time on top of crypto?
I work full-time crypto is my
Oh, you don't? Okay, so you do full time crypto, and that's your full time job.
Yep, full-time crypto and full-time parent. Those are my 2
Yeah,
obligations.
that's the hard one.
That is it, in all honesty. I'm actually waiting right now to pick my son up from Wednesday night church that they do. So just juggling everything here out in the church parking lot, talking crypto.
Aw.
Nothing better.
My
I do full time campaigning to become president.
And running big, huge businesses.
Absolutely. Well, the good thing is my kids are doing a tremendous job with the businesses. They're doing huge. So they're letting Papa Funny Donald focus on campaigning and beating cackling Kamala. It's true.
That's
please
your.
be cackling Kamala.
Oh, that
She.
60 Minutes interview. Oh, crapperoni on a stick. That was a huge disaster. Such a horrible mess, but I don't want to get ahead of things.
You got to love it when people in power constantly blame other people of why they can't do things. To me, it strikes the exact reason why they shouldn't be in power of anything. A manager of a local business or something, it's like, who are you blaming? You're in charge. Like, you're not
Damn,
blaming people when you're the boss,
yeah, exactly. I loved when this thing going with DeSantis and her. He's like, because she's like, oh, he didn't take my call. He's like, she didn't call, but if she did, why is she calling now? She's never called before. And I'm talking to her boss, who's the president, so I don't need to talk to her. And then Biden agreed with him. He's like, yeah, I'm talking to him. Everything's fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I've been reading. Like I saw somebody, I don't know if it was intentional, but they said Biden held a press conference right at the same time as Kamala went on The View. Like, is he intentionally saying these things out of spite,
Yeah,
maybe?
and I read that the staffers, Biden staffers and her staffers literally got in a fist fight the other day.
Uh,
Literal
that's
physical, it
awful.
said physical altercation.
I mean, I'm sure it's more like slapping, just guessing who works for that, but still, quite the
Yes.
show.
I
Like
want
limp
to see
wrist.
what that looked like. I am 100% bullish on paying whatever I have to pay in order to see that.
I picture men with limp wrists slapping other men and going, bitch.
Lots of screaming too, like stuff you would not imagine out of them. So, yeah, hopefully we can catch some video of that.
All right. Hey, guys. Well, I just got a few things sorted out here. And you know what? I'm going to open up today's – let's go ahead and open up today's live stream with a giveaway. How does that sound good, guys? Let's go ahead and open
That
up today's
sounds good.
Let's
do it. Let's do it.
Beautiful.
Let's freaking go. All right. So you know how last week when we were kind of experimenting and testing this out, and we were giving away rewards for people who actually commented in the live stream chat, which is what we have going on right now. I've decided today the first person I'm going to give away $50 to the first person who actually made a comment, and on this one, in this case, is going to be Ally A. I'm going to drop you $50 in ETH for dropping the first comment for today's live stream. Congrats, sir. Thank you for your support. I'm just going to go ahead and show this for the panel to see. Hi, all. Thank you, sir, for your attendance. You hopped in first, and I'm going to ask you, go ahead and shoot us a DM on our X page. If we don't get to you first, we're going to drop you $50 in ETH for your support. So welcome. Thank you for that.
Yay!
Let's go.
Nice. You know what song we got to play during giveaways? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away,
Let's
give it away.
go.
That's a good idea. You should have a giveaway song, or it could be your Kamala impression. That one could be a good song too for it.
Well, you know, as a matter of fact, I was wanting to get Jenna's. Jenna does a really good rendition, and I was wanting to add that as a standard item as well. So, Jenna, if you wouldn't mind doing the honors, your best Kamala impression, if you can just throw that out there.
Who, me?
You know what it is. You know what it is. What is it? Well, you the union worker one. That one's just incredible. Let's go.
You better thank the union worker.
I love that one. It makes me
I
so
love
happy.
You just need to add a tackle to the end of that, and that is epic. And we need to record it, flip it, and play it over and over again.
Donald, come say it to my face.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know what we have?
I got to do my
we
tackle
have to do
too.
too? We have to. We really do need to schedule like some ways to do some scripted material between us and record it, or something.
Yes.
We could have so much fun with it. We could have a YouTube amount of fun with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Today
Absolutely. Well, you know what?
is
These
today, and
yes.
tomorrow will be the day after today. So we need to put that in the past and move forward with the unburdening.
That is so insightful.
That kills me. That kills me
Yeah.
every time.
She is a dummy.
That's going to save our economy. You know, I'll tell you guys this much right now.
The question was tomato or lettuce on your sandwich, Bam?
Well, I grew up in a middle-class family, and we had neighbors, okay, that took care of their lawns, and that's the type of people we lived near. That was our neighborhood. That was it. And so I know how to lower costs because they took care of their lawn.
I feel good with what you're going to do. So I think people forget to mention too, like she lived in Canada for part of her childhood. So like where the lawns, American lawns are, I'm pretty sure she lived in Canada. Someone can fact check that too, but that was my reading of her upbringing. So yeah, I would say tomatoes though, Mr. President, to your question.
You're a tomato person. Quite frankly, it's a trick question. I don't put either on my sandwich because those foods will kill you. Whereas, especially I just put on my burger. I don't eat normal sandwiches. I always have the cheese, bacon, ketchup. You can never have too much ketchup and bacon. It's true. It's true. But lettuce and tomato, those foods will kill you. It's science.
I think you should have Miller Lite. No, what did she have? I'm sorry.
That was
drink last
Miller High
night.
Life. The Miller High Life. Yep.
She doesn't really drink that shit. She doesn't drink that.
I was listening to some conservative talk radio this afternoon, and they were ripping on her for that. I didn't even see it, but was she drinking beer? Well, hurricanes are about to barrel down on the country.
I know. You know
Correct.
what? That's true. And then someone said that she had that because Milwaukee's in Wisconsin, and she's trying to suck up to them
She should have
because
gotten
it's
like a beast ice or something, like
swing
really
state.
showed it.
Oh God.
I swear, the next time she goes to Wisconsin, she's going to be going up to them saying, "Oh yeah, or let's go on a boat and go ice fishing there." I swear she's going to do something like that. I swear she's going to do that. Oh,
That's
I
good.
caught me a 5-pound trout there. Like that's what she's going to.
You sound Asian, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. If she met the Queen, can you imagine if she met the Queen? Would she like have a British accent?
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
absolutely, she
Yeah.
would.
Yep. The most dynamic, what is it? The most dynamic vice president / president elect here. And yeah, multicultural. Let's get it. So, guys, we're going to go ahead. I did want to do a quick transition here and talk a little bit about. I want to keep us on the agenda here. At the beginning, we talk for MVP virtual, the Maga virtual panel here, which is what this is. We kicked this thing off with some giveaways. So I do want to congratulate Alof for winning the initial engagement giveaway. We're going to have another one later on in the stream. So, guys, your comments count. If we like it enough, we might actually just drop a giveaway on the spot. So appreciate you guys tuning in and giving us some feedback. For those of you that are actually listening in, at any point in time, guys, feel free to ask any questions you want from this panel. Target a member from the audience or target a member from the panel if you're listening in the audience. And if you got a really good question, we might actually just shoot you an invite backstage and bring you up to join us on the panel in the discussion. But right now, we are actually in the segment. We're going to talk a little bit about crypto here. And I'm just going to cover a few things. One, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as we all know, is kind of why we're here. It's the beginning of the cryptocurrency movement. It's what started it all, and it's really why we're here today. And I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin and how its price action has performed over just the past 2 years, guys, over just the past 2 years. So it's interesting. I just took a look. And this time last year, Bitcoin was actually sitting at around $37,000 in market cap. And a year before that, it was sitting at around $27 million or $27,000 per Bitcoin. So I'm sorry, yeah, 37,000 last year. This time, 27. 2 years ago. This time. So I'm telling you guys, in terms of store of value in cryptocurrency, just take a look at the price action. I would say, when you're looking at cryptocurrency, it's really a matter, especially for your blue chips like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Time in the market is always going to outweigh timing the market, and this is just a sheer example of what's happening as we prepare for this next bull run. I think everybody on this panel, we're all bullish on crypto. We know why we're here. We understand the power of unbanking ourselves. We know that this movement, just crypto itself, it's not just a matter of time. It's inevitable. And I personally am bullish on Bitcoin to the point where I believe that Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million at some point, in the relative near future, 5-10 years from now. And it's just one of those kind of deals where, guys, if you haven't got into crypto, now is a great time to start looking into it. So I wanted to kind of just preface with that, guys, as well as talk about one of the top movers of the week. And we're going to be actually adding in the top movers of the week in our next week's session. But this week, I did want to talk about political finance tokens and as well as MVP. So, guys, if you haven't already, we like to track different political finance tokens. And let's talk about the Mac Daddy of them all, Maga meme coin. This week was actually a really good rally for Maga Trump coin. So earlier this week, let's see here, just 7 days ago. This is just a snapshot of the week. Just 7 days ago, one Trump token would have cost you $2.60. And today, as a matter of fact, it's sitting right here at $3.95. And that's actually after a retracement. So we're seeing almost at its high, at its top. Just yesterday we were looking at $5.43. Guys, that's a 100% jump in 7 days, right? And I want you guys to think about this in relation to the election and what's happening right now. So within, I think we have currently 26 days out into the election. You take a look at the historical price action of this token. It did reach an all-time high at one point of almost $800 million in market cap. It is now sitting at $181 million in market cap. The potential here is absolutely incredible. The upside for this particular token. And if you've noticed, when it comes to Maga meme coin or Trump token, hashtag $Trump, this is it's interesting for MVP as well, because if you guys haven't noticed already, you put the two charts side by side. And when we get into MVP, you notice when Maga meme coin pumps, MVP pumps harder. And then it sometimes has a delayed effect, but it's just kind of what we've noticed over time. So speaking of MVP, I'm just giving you guys some baseline data here. And I'm not even going into why these correlations exist, but it's just an interesting observation. So for example, when we look at MVP, for example, sitting at $2.38 million in market cap. This time last week, one MVP coin was worth, let's see here, 3.7 cents. Today, right now, it's worth 5 cents a coin. However, but if you look at it, so we've got a nice little uptick. However, if you look at it, what was it on the 7th? We jumped up to almost 6 cents a token. So there you have it. It's interesting to see these commonalities, guys. Again, I do want to kind of foot stomp here what MVP is and what it is that we're about. We're all about the MAGA movement. We serve as the OG vice president token on the blockchain. And, we support JD Vance. We support Donald Trump. And we actually do some really cool things, not just from a crypto perspective, but also from a guerrilla marketing perspective, to push the MAGA movement on the blockchain, serving as the OG vice president, the first one ever to hit the blockchain. So we got some big shoes to fill there, and that's what we're doing. So just want to give a huge shout out to the MVP community, guys. It looks like we are back on the uptrend. And as you guys already know, the title of this video here or this live stream is Hurricane Maga is coming. So just be ready for what's going to happen, guys. Some bullish things are going to be happening, and they're going to be happening at a date and time of our choosing. So just be ready. I'm just going to leave it at that. Hey, let's go.
I just wanted to point out that I'm on the record for saying that MAGA meme coin is going to hit its all-time high on October 15th. I'm still sticking to that. I think we're about to see a huge bounce upwards. It's going to surprise the hell out of people. And I think today's red day just confirms we're about to see a huge amount of growth. Let's go.
So as a matter of fact, Mr. President, what we'll do next week as we really get this MAGA virtual panel rocking and rolling, I'll pull up some candlestick charts so we can actually talk about the chart as we look at it as well, just to add a little bit of depth to these live streams and just get people excited about. So that way, folks that are actually new to crypto, they'll understand a little bit more about what we're saying as we pull out these charts and talk about it. But like you said, Mr. President, I feel 100%. I'm right there with you. And I couldn't agree more. I feel like this is going to be an incredibly strong month, not just for MAGA meme coin, hashtag Trump, as well as the MVP, but really, I think political finance altogether is going to see a strong surge. Just take a look at it. These tokens that's been sticking around, that's been pushing for months at a time. All they've been doing is building. They've been establishing their credibility, their reputation. And now with less than 30 days until the election, catalysts are coming. So in this case, I'm going to refer to it henceforth as Hurricane Maga. So it's coming. The return of the meta is coming. So let's go.
That is such a bullish name for this stream, Hurricane Maga. I love that. I love that because you could think of it as MAGA VP, MAGA meme coin, or just the movement in general. It's Hurricane Maga. it's almost like we're saying the best of Politify is in a hurricane. And I feel bad because there are people actually going through a hurricane. So we're not trying to demean what's going on with those people, but that there's this huge power that MAGA is having on the crypto space. And we're going to see that play out. It's going to be huge.
And funny, Donald, like you said, you feel bad because there's people caught in a hurricane. But this being called Hurricane MAGA, the people who the people who are helping these poor people is not the government, it's the MAGA people coming together and helping them. So don't it's okay to use that.
100%. You're right.
So
You're
it's
totally right.
okay. It because MAGA took hold of it and said, F you, hurricane. We're helping our own. So we're our own hurricane.
I think it's a beautiful. This is the only kind of hurricane you want to go through is Hurricane MAGA.
That's right.
Because we've also got the best snacks. We got the best snacks, the best people, way better people, way hotter.
Well, I want to go where the snacks are. So,
Hi,
Bullish.
Crystal.
hi,
My
Jenna.
girl. She's been working
Girl.
so hard. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I don't know if everybody's seen her. You posted those pictures, right, in Telegram?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
Oh
we've
my
got
God. I love them.
photos, dance. We've got videos. Lots. I mean, it was epic.
And I followed your friend there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Samuel Fricks. Yes, he's
Yes.
part of the Trump force. Yes, absolutely. So
Nice.
super cool. JD Vance is connected to them, and so he's actually friends with Samuel Fricks and JD. I better wait. I'm gonna wait till my time. My time. I'm not gonna. Hey, more more to come. More to come. I'm not gonna give away the surprise yet, but some good stuff. Some good stuff to share about that.
Nice.
Hey,
Stevo,
yo.
what's up? Is he around? Is
Yeah,
he
I see him right there. There's Steve-O. Steve-O.
but I know he was I think he had the
Correct. Yep.
wrong he must be away cuz he thought he was in EST time, but he said he was in Central. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did have to step away, but he will. I think he'll be right back. I think
Okay.
he'd got the time zones a little confused. But
Oh, he
guys,
left.
yep. But
Hi,
guys,
Caesar.
I did want to talk about real quick. We wanted to, as part of the segment here, we talk about interesting comments politicians make. Like the most interesting comments. um, Politicians make the most interesting comment of the week in terms of politicians. So I know, let's see here. I did want to touch on the 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris. Was that good for her or was that not?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Holy shit. All right. I've listened and it's been in and out, but I've listened to everything everybody said. Hello everybody.
Hi,
Hi,
Steve.
Stevo.
Hello.
Hey, Steve.
What's up,
Yo,
Steve?
yo, yo, what's up?
Caesar.
I am coincidentally or ironically in Florida right now in the Panhandle, and I am
Okay.
at the point of the Panhandle where if you're here it's Central, if you're there it's Eastern, but then it'll switch back to Central. So I was an hour behind, and whoo, how's everybody doing?
Good. And Luke was just asking us if what we thought of the 60 Minutes interview. Was it good for Kamala or not? Kamala. Sorry,
Oh my
Kamala.
God, have we gotten to the stupidest politician of the week part yet? Is that where we're at right
No,
now?
but they could be the same
Yeah,
thing, right?
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
I was actually going through all this shit, and I was like, is it going to be the stupidest politician of the week or the dumbest fucking thing that Kamala said or did this week? I didn't know what we were actually going to change it to, possibly, because every time she gets something and a microphone in front of her, she says or does something stupid.
So what is your take on that though? Like, of course you think she's
I mean,
stupid, but what,
wait, which
like,
the 60-minute interview, like I had screenshots that I was like, I have so much stuff to talk about. Like, it's unreal. I mean, it is. I mean, from the guns, like, oh, I have a Glock. Well, what kind of Glock? She doesn't know what kind of Glock. I shot at a gun range, of course. That's the easiest answer. And then saying, well, actually in California, Glocks are illegal, so she's either lying or committed a felony. I mean, there's all these things that
I know, yeah. I looked into that, and most of the Glocks are illegal. There are a few that are not illegal in California, but um, it's just bizarre. Like, I don't know. It's bizarre. There's so many things she has said. They gave her in all these interviews, they gave her an out. They gave her an out, and they gave her a way to say, you know, yeah, I love Joe. I helped him and this, but I am different. I want to do a different thing. But no, the idiot. She
well,
says,
Wait, well, hold on. I know Colin had mentioned she owns a Glock, but if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong here, but I thought Glocks were illegal in California.
yeah, that's
yeah,
what.
most of them
Yeah,
are. Yes, yes.
but it doesn't.
But
That's like
I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So she's a gun owner, and she a California a resident, and she owns a Glock.
Yes, did she commit a felony? I don't know.
Is
That's
it
why
possible that she's got the Glock as
yes,
since she's been in DC
yeah. Funny,
and
Donald and
goes,
I were talking about this last night.
she might have traveled to Virginia for the weekend and decided to do some shooting at the firing range. I hate the fact that I'm being fair. I hate the fact that it is killing me right now. I don't want to be fair. I want to
no, it's
call her
good
a
to be
poopy
fair
head,
though. It's
but I
true.
want to
Yep.
call her a
Yep.
poopy head. I want to call her a poopy head, Yona. I don't want to be fair to her.
But
She's a
she
poopy
also
head.
says Doug has one too. And now Doug, I mean, he didn't live with her in Washington, did he? I mean, I don't know. I maybe he did. Well, maybe he did then. Yeah, I guess he would live with her. I don't know.
Um, I don't know. All she said was, um, the way she said it too is I have a Glock, and I've had it for quite some time. And then Harris said after she was asked what kind of gun she owns, her response was, and I mean, look, my background is in law enforcement, so there you go. She didn't even know. Hey, you ask any gun owner, what do you have? Most, I mean, if you're a gun enthusiast, you start talking about the fucking caliber, the make, where you
Yes.
got it, what price you got it at. Like, her answer was, I have a background in law enforcement. I mean, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean, listen, it's pretty clear that she lies a lot. I don't know why people just can't say that openly and just admit it. I mean, we have her flip flopping on issue after issue all over. So, I mean, it's everywhere. And this one seems like a desperate play to me. I don't know if you guys, sounds like you agree. I mean, do you guys even think she has one or not?
I I don't know. I would hate to believe that she comes from a state that has one of the most stringent gun laws, and then throws it in the face that oh, if you come in my house, I will shoot you. I mean, that's I think, I don't know if it's verbatim or a quote, but I'm at least paraphrasing. You know,
She says that. She says, if you come in my house, I will shoot you. However, she allows people to come into our country and they get money. So why is that okay? This is our house. Our country is our house, right?
well, she
We
was
have
also she was. Go ahead.
no. That's all I was really saying.
Oh, well, she was also going around saying that that they were going to come and check and make sure you have your gun stored correctly and stuff like that. Like, she's not a gun owner. If you're an actual gun owner, you're like, you stay away from me. Don't come into my house. Don't check if I'm storing it and locking it and all this bullshit. Like, you just don't. Like, I mean, you either own a gun or you don't. And if you own a gun, you don't want somebody randomly from the government stopping by to see if you're properly handling it. It just doesn't make any sense. It defies logic.
I agree with you, Steve. That's exactly what I was going to say. Good point.
Well, it is like you're. It's just she's just trying to. It just depends. I don't, Mike. I think you and I've had several conversations. Whatever audience she can pander to, well, that's just who I'm going to pander to. So when she's with Blue City, like your San Francisco's, your Los Angeles's, your Chicago's, and New York's. Oh yeah, you get your guns off the street. This, that, blah blah. And then I mean, she sits down at 60 Minutes and talks about it. And Oprah, of all places, is I think that's where she first talked about the gun. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, but,
Yeah, I
and
think
then she's on The
you're right about
View
that.
and, hey, would you do anything different than Biden did? Yeah, nothing. Nothing. I wouldn't do anything different than Biden. Oh, so this fuck catastrophe that we have right now, you like, you're good with it.
Steve,
It's just,
it's
she's
a
all over the place.
conspiracy theory that things are bad. If you didn't know that,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like if people tell me
Yeah.
conspiracy theories all the time, like they're complaining about high grocery prices, I look them right in the eye. I'm like, that's a conspiracy theory. You do not pay high prices for electric, gas, groceries. Everything is great, and obviously joking, but I will say, to the point of Kamala, the larger issue, and I've said this before, is what is the worst for me is that I have no idea really what she will do as the president. I wish we would know. Like, we have every far left position. Now we have every moderate position. Then we have soft on guns, hard on guns, everything. I mean, everything is there. Like, my question truly is, how would you really lead? Like, I truly don't know. I mean, are we supposed to just forget
did
2019,
anybody
Kamala?
Did did
I don't
anybody
know.
on here see the from what the body language experts were saying with her interviews?
Oh my God, I
Oh,
love
that was
that.
It,
I
close.
love that. Why? What did
she's
they
just
say?
a,
I didn't see it yet.
she's a liar. She's just a fucking liar. Anything she says.
Like while she
But
was
I
saying,
mean,
"You can
she's
trust me," she was shaking her head.
Oh my
exactly.
God.
Or
You
she was making a stance like yeah, it was 100%. Thank you, funny
you
Donald.
you could
And you
hear
are in
her
tune.
aides. You could hear her aides all panic when she did that. You just, I mean, throughout her various interviews, and getting back to dumbest politician of the week, we're talking about cackling Kamala, obviously. I mean, her performance on The View and 60 Minutes, you know what? She's gonna have to go back to the basement. She's gonna have to go back to the basement strategy because it's not working. Go back in the basement, Kamala.
Well, that's
Actually, don't do that. I,
true and
I don't want her
correct,
to do that.
and true and correct.
The thing is,
And
I
here's the
mean,
other
she
thing: we're talking about the hurricane. Go ahead.
Oh no, you finish. You do it.
No, no. I don't know if I have horrible service, so I think every time somebody's done, and they might just be taking a breath and whatever. But no, talk about the hurricane is Biden comes out and is like, yeah, like I'm working with DeSantis. I'm doing everything to say like yeah, and she's trying to say, oh, DeSantis didn't answer me. It's like she's just she's just saying whatever the fuck she wants to say to get somewhere. I don't know where, but it's just funny. It's like it almost seems like Biden's like, you know what? You fucking guys, you wanted me out. I'm gonna railroad this campaign the best I can. It might be his last thing he ever does.
You
Oh,
guys,
that would
there's
be funny.
another dumb thing of the week we could say. It was from FEMA. They said, just because you don't see us, it doesn't mean we're not there.
What are they, the fucking
I
Ghostbusters?
know that's not
So
that's
stupid.
I,
Listen, I live in areas where we've had natural disasters, and I can tell you that the first people on the ground was never FEMA. It was always the aid agencies. World Central Kitchen is a great one. They're there like right away, providing meals out to people, all different types of charities. Like, FEMA's almost the last person you see. So for all these people out there, once again, using the code word, which lets you know it's true that it's a conspiracy theory, what they're saying, that's the truth. That's how it always is every time.
Yeah.
Is that mom's?
Sorry, I have my son here with you. I apologize.
I thought I heard, "What's up, Mom?"
Yeah, no, I'm bringing my son and his friend home from church, and I got to drop his friend off at his mom's house. So, thank you, son. I'll go back on mute.
You don't have to. Yeah, so that's pretty stupid. Like, oh, they're always doing that. Don't believe your eyes, or I don't know. It's just so, like, don't believe your the we're feeling, our wallets are hurting, our household income, it's all hurting, right? But don't believe that. The economy's great. Do you know how much that pisses all of us regular people off? Like, don't tell us that. We go to the grocery store. Don't tell us that it's not true because the interest rates went down. That doesn't help me when I'm buying eggs. You know, they're always saying that we're too stupid to know what's going on. No, we know exactly what's going on. That's why they're so upset.
Well, the other thing that's upsetting is when you look at the 60 Minutes interview now found on YouTube, it is clear that they edited the ever living crap out of it because they took one of her answers to one question and replaced that answer with a different answer from another question. And what they did is they had a lot of these moments where she starts talking and it's clear that she's getting into word salad. So then they cut to, well, let me just paraphrase what she was talking about so that we don't have to hear the cackling Kamala word salad. And then we'll show some B roll of like children playing soccer on a field or some crap. And you're like, what the hell? Give us unedited footage of the interview. That's all we ask. We just want to know how she answers things because, quite frankly, there are still people who have not, I can't believe this, who still have not decided who they're voting for. So give them the information and stop with the spin. Now, I'll give 60 Minutes some credit. The guy actually asked some follow-up questions and pushed back when she didn't answer some questions. But the stupidest thing that she did this week, in my opinion, this is going to surprise you. When she was on The View, one of the people on The View, and by the way, I just want to send a nuclear bomb to that show. I hate that show. But anyway, so when they asked her, they said, "All right, so how would you have done things differently from Joe Biden? Is there anything that you would have done differently?" She had a perfect opportunity to break away from. Remember, they switched out Biden for cackling Kamala. So it would have been a good political strategy for her to differentiate herself, not to call him like completely incompetent, but it would have been a good political strategy to have some differentiation. What did she say? I can't think of anything. Are you kidding me? Then why isn't Joe Biden running? It completely destroys the whole premise of why he needed to be replaced in the first place.
Well, it's because it's a big fucking sham. That's what it is. It's just, believe me. Actually, you know what I always think about? Remember the movie Big Daddy when that little kid was playing the game? And no matter what happened, he's, I win.
Yes.
I win.
Yep.
I win. Well, I don't even get the rules. I win. Like it's just you're trying to make sense of something illogical. It's, well, I win. It's just vote for me because I win. Because if you don't vote for me, you're all these other bad names. And Mr. President, you've been called them all twice over. But like that's what it is. It's, I win. There's no reason. I'm gonna
So,
say it.
so Steve, to that point, I didn't want to open up a can of worms. I'm trying to keep us on track here, but it's just got me thinking, like, and I was actually thinking about this today. You start watching all these different platforms, and then you start making your own. You start extrapolating different key points from different platforms, and you start coming into realizations, right? Because I'm a huge fan of watching every platform to try to get as much information as possible, see all the different spins each platform has in reference of Kamala Harris, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I started to think today. So for people that are voting for Kamala Harris, I can't help but wonder: are they actually voting for Kamala Harris, or are they voting for the machine? Like, when we're casting our vote, is the vote actually for, like, is Kamala Harris even representing a real person, or is she representing a machine? And I just couldn't stop thinking about that today. And I just feel like people that are actually voting for Kamala Harris, they don't realize it, but they're not actually voting for her. I feel that they're voting for the machine that is Kamala Harris.
That is well said. That is exactly correct. They're voting for the machine because, quite frankly, this is going to sound like a huge insult, but a lot of the people that I know that are Democrats, the Democratic voters, I mean, they want to hire a person. They think of it a lot like speaking to the manager at a retail store. I just want the manager. Like, that's a lot of, not all Democrats, not all Democratic voters, but that is the way that they see it. They just want to be able to talk to the manager. They just want the manager. They want the person managing everything so they can go back to their, hot yoga. They can get back to their yoga. They can get back to their MSNBC. They don't actually care about substance. Look at it. Cackling Kamala has nothing on policy. She goes back to, well, in the existence and context of now, there was a pigeon that, and a lot of people had pigeons and lawns where I grew up in the context of now, which was then. And people go, well, at least she's not Donald Trump.
Exactly.
Excellent.
You know what's funny? I'm not even so. Of course, I'm registered
It's
as a
definitely the
Republican.
machine of all
Machine.
these things. There's
Yeah.
these aren't people. These aren't people with values,
Right.
And here's the other thing too is I don't mind anybody changing their mind about anything. And I have. I, I'm 41 years old now. I think way differently than I did when I was 20. And you know what? A simple explanation for anything could have said anybody could say, I had the position now. I was a senator and then, vice president. And, I understand that, this is a much larger country than my home state of California, blah, 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 blah. I'm taking, as a representative, all these people and not just, I mean, she could have come up with something, but they don't. It's the machine. The machine wants to keep winning. The machine wants to take more of our rights away. The machine wants more economic power over this, hence this space of crypto, because that embodies freedom. And I'll fucking tell you what, the machine hates freedom. They hate people like us talking and those listening. They fucking hate that. They don't want people rising up and doing what they want to do. I mean, it's all the machine. It's crazy, and it's probably a lot worse than any of us wants to admit or would want to talk about.
Yeah, so true, so true. I just feel like there's just kind of something insidious happening. And if you look at it, this election season, I know we keep talking about how important this is to go out there and vote. But I'll tell you what, right now, I think regardless of who you are, if you don't like paying taxes, on your unrealized gains, Donald Trump is the one to go for. I can just go over a laundry list of things as to why we need Donald Trump in office, and we need him in office like right now. But when you look at the overarching picture here, really America just needs a factory reset. I mean, I don't think we can, as a nation, continue to go with the status quo. Obviously, take a look at, inflation and all these other things. That's really, I think, jamming us up as a nation. Something's got to change, and I think that's what the MAGA movement represents, and that's exactly why, we're pushing the movement, within this space as well. It's incredibly important. We have to, we've got to do our part and do what we can to get Trump in the White House and JD Vance as well. So It's everything that we're talking about. We might laugh and joke about it, but I think it's just it's so important. That we're having these conversations.
If we don't laugh, we'll start fucking. We'll start hemorrhaging, dude. We'll fucking. We really will.
Yeah. Yeah. It's we take things in jest at the same time, but yeah, it's as serious as a heart attack. I mean, so all I can say, there was something else that I saw today as well, where they were talking about if Kamala Harris gets elected, what's going to happen is it's essentially going to eliminate the. So here's the thing, right? So let's get to the border, and I didn't want to make this too crazy political, and I was want to go to the next point, but I just think that these things need to be mentioned because people have to understand like the gravity of the situation here. If Kamala Harris were to get elected, with as many illegal aliens as we have pouring into the country, they're getting postured to vote. We have all these people that are here illegally getting postured to vote. She can start rebuilding the wall right now, but she chooses not to, right? And if you ask her stance, and many through many interviews she's been, right, and she gives these very nebulous answers, like we're all going to just, the spirit of the American people, and everybody has a right to dream. But we just need to know, are you going to rebuild the gate, right? And she won't answer that. So, but if you think about all the people that's flooded into this country, obviously they want the machine to prevail, and that's exactly what's happening. So I think over time, a lot of these illegals that are here are going to be registering to vote. I would say probably the next election that comes up, right? So in 2028. So it's just really important, I think, just, for the security of the nation to really almost, and if you will, Donald Trump offers what I call a factory reset of this nation. I think that's something that we need, just because if we don't get that, I can only imagine what the subsequent election is going to look like, because you're going to have so many votes, I think, that are going to be now on the table, that Donald Trump is looking to remove, so I think that's something, another important concept to consider that I was also just thinking about today.
Well said, Luke. Also, we don't want somebody in charge who says the word significance and context way more than it should ever be used. I don't know why. That's a pet peeve of mine when she uses those two words overly, bigly, too much.
Yep. So,
I would say also we don't need her vice presidential pick in there who, in a job interview, which is a campaign, calls himself a knucklehead and tells people he thinks he can be trusted. Very powerful words, if you guys caught all that.
Like I've always said, do you look at the two states that these two people hail from? California and Minnesota. Beautiful states, probably so many lovely people, but at the end of the day, look at the debt, look at the inflation respectively of each state, and I don't know off the top of my head where each one goes. I know California is one of the worst. One of the worst. But look at these two states where they come from, and if that's a model for the United States, it's fucking nothing I want to be part of.
Yeah, well said. You hit the nail on the head. That's the model that I think we can expect, and it's just so crazy that people that are, supporting the icon that is Kamala, they're not understanding like the gravity of what happens if she were to enter office. The model's already been, the blueprints are already, laid out. You can just take a look at California. It's almost impossible to live there, and it's just that model would then be reflected, across the rest of America. And it's just, we can't have that. So really important that everybody goes out there and votes. And, we just get in there and we do what we can. And we'll be welcoming in the next president as Donald Trump if we all get out there and do what we got to do. So, yeah. Let's go. But hey, guys, I did want to. It's already been an hour now. I did want to move into the next segment, and I think Crystal, you're going to actually take the helm on this one. This segment of the Maga virtual panel is going to be another giveaway, guys. We are going to be giving away another $50 in ETH to the MVP Tweet of the Week. Crystal, after you.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, you guys. So the way I'm gonna do this is there's quite a few that I found were super awesome and just the best tweet ever. And then after I get done mentioning those tweets, I wanted to see maybe I could just ask, anyone up in the panel if they've got some best tweets, and that way we could all be part of this. That'd be so cool. So Jenna, would you be up for that? Steve, Funny Donald, Caesar, Luke.
Yeah, just roll off the tweets. Let us know what you think is strong, and we'll talk it over as a panel. Yeah, absolutely. What you got?
Okay, super. All right, let's start with the first one. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm going to mention this one because I just absolutely. Okay. So, you guys, it's going to be the one from. I'm going through them right now. It's going to be the one from JD Vance did a tweet. He did a tweet this week. He says, "Thank you, Lindale, Georgia." And Samuel Fricks reposted that, but that's a tweet from him. And I'm in the tweet representing MAGA VP. That was just
Woo!
woo, woo, woo. Yeah. So it had 303 thousand likes. I'm sorry, views, and then it had 15,000 likes. 15,000 likes. Yeah, and it had 1,700 retweets, and it had 578 comments. So I think that's a super tweet, you guys. It was in my hometown, and I just thought that was very worthy of a best tweet for sure. Okay, so let's move on to one more tweet that I feel like is definitely most certainly a best tweet, and it came from, let me see here, I want to say, here we go, MAGA VP Trump Rewards. Oh, yeah, this is the one for sure. It had 13,000 views, 183 likes. It had 20 retweets and 17 posts. You guys, the tweet says, "Never slowing down. Excited for this month. MVP Legends." Always right there, you guys. It's a video of me, rallying up the VIPs right behind JD Vance at the Vance event when he was in Lindale. That was super, rallying them all up. They were super pumped about MAGA VP, super pumped about Trump Wars. So, I mean, it was just such a great day. So many people joined our MAGA VP community, and I just thought that has got to be a best tweet because that is very worthy of a best tweet for sure. Okay, you guys,
So Crystal, with that with that best tweet, what if we drilled down into the comments section and we looked at all the comments that were made on that tweet, because that did come from the official, and I'm seeing a lot of engagement on that one. I think that's an incredible tweet, and that came from the account. But in terms of like the people that responded to it, I'm seeing we had some good influencers actually that had posted us on that one as well. Crypto King, we had Low Q, 50.eth. So I know that that tweet did garner a lot of attention, but in the comments section, who would you say gave us the best tweet in the best comment to that post?
Okay, well said. I think Crypto King did because he said 10x with my eyes closed from here. That's a pretty strong one. I totally agree as well. I've got some other ones I'd like to just kind of recognize because they're really good as well. I think Jenna did an excellent one. MVP is on its way to being a politified giant. Well said. Of course, let me see. There's another one that I really liked in here. 50 ETH. He says, "Let's go." That was super. I was in his space today. That was pretty awesome. Um, I think Steve-O had a good one. He's always feeling bullish. And of course, we must recognize Funny Donald. Mega VP is about to ready to fly. And I totally agree with Funny Donald. And I love Low Q. He had a fantastic one. He said, "What Politify project works this hard?" And he's like, "MVP all the way."
Low
There's one
Q,
that I
low
like.
Q.
I love Low Q. I just want to give credit to Aerosoft. He said, "We are going to keep pushing until we make it. It is not easy, but we are going to make it
Oh,
with a heart emoji. And I love it because I love the fact that Aerosoft has done a lot of work for a while.
Definitely.
definitely.
See
Aerosoft.
him
Oh,
all the time.
all the time. Aerosoft is bringing his entire heart and passion when he comes in. Yes, absolutely. Oh, and let's recognize Web3 Ninja. He hit the fire. And also John Dom. MVP is here to stay. So, DeFi Hunter, let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Anybody else in here? Jamie's always bringing his. I mean, he is always representing Mega VP. He's got the Donald Trump shirt with the blazer. MVP. I gotta say that is pretty dang cool, Jamie. I absolutely
Nice,
love it.
Jamie.
Ooh, good job, Jamie. Well deserved. Well deserved.
So you know what I want to do? Let's do it like this because I love community engagement and I appreciate everybody that's supporting MVP. Let's make it two. Let's name two winners to this post for $50 in each. Let's just go ahead and pick them, guys. I'll leave it to the panel. You guys make the call, and let's fucking go.
Okay, there's another lady that I want to recognize. Also Steve said this shit is real. I got hey, he's bringing pretty hard good points, but at the very bottom there, it looks like a lady that says MVP, and I looked at it, and so she's a big fan of MVP because I saw her page. So it looks like her name is Shawest Dalari, but I just wanted to bring her up as well.
Okay. Well, hey, out of all those, let's dwindle it down. We're going to name two people, and I will let you guys just go ahead and choose it. You heard Crystal's nominees there. We got the list. What does the panel think? And that's who I'm just going to reply back to the post and just tell them to drop their wallets. So, panel, please call it out. We're down to two.
I personally vote for Aerosoft as one of them because I love the comment and I love the person so bigly.
Okay, good job. Okay, Jenna, what do you think, love?
I say Aerosoft or Jamie.
Okay, I'm gonna go with those two as well. Okay, and what about you, Caesar?
Let's go. Okay. We'll go airsoft because um, I gotta agree. We're gonna fucking make it. So that's my vote right there.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, Stevo, what do you think?
Yes. You just said Jamie.
No, out of the ones that replied on the tweet that I mentioned, Aerosoft, Jamie. We have some influencers on there too. I'd mentioned.
Say him one
You're
more
gonna
time.
be. You're
I
actually
want to
gonna
make sure I'm
be.
hearing them right.
You're gonna be
I
the
think she.
tiebreaker.
Yeah. What? Well, hey, it seems like it's down to Aerosoft and Jamie, guys. Steve-O, it seems like the majority is going for Aerosoft or Jamie. So really, by default, we can actually just pick because I just mentioned I'm going to pick two instead of one. We're doing the Wombo combo today, so I'm actually just going to pick both Aerosoft
Yay!
and yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
woo! Yeah, good job.
I
Congrats.
was
You
going to
both
put a
deserve
vote in
it.
for Steve-O's reply, though. So
No,
Yeah,
put it on the record.
he has got
don't.
the best replies.
My head's already big enough. I don't need to start believing my own bullshit.
Now, Jamie and Aerosoft are awesome. Definitely good for them.
Good for
Yeah, well
them.
deserved. Well deserved.
Well deserved. Absolutely love it.
Too easy, too easy. All right, guys, I am going to drop the. I'm going to reply to that post and ask them to drop their wallet. So congrats again, and guys, that actually brings us to the final segment here of Maga Virtual Panel. And guys, I'm telling you, this is kind of like the wireframe version of Maga Virtual Panel. Next week, we're going to go even harder. We're going to have some. We're going to have some video to associate. We're going to get some sound effects going. It's just going to be an even better time for this session. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. We've already got 286 viewers watching us and listening to us now. So, guys, if you enjoyed it this week, we're up already over 2x from last week's viewership. So it seems like people are enjoying what they're hearing here. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep the giveaways going, and we're going to continue maybe drop some cool project updates too as well regarding MVP. And we're going to start adding some special guests to join us as well. So much is coming. We love doing giveaways, and we like this format. So if you guys enjoyed it, please make sure you tune in next time as well. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Crypto Caesar, for the Caesar segment.
Sounds good. I appreciate you guys. How is everybody doing? Love hearing you guys speak like always. But I just wanted to just kind of touch bases with everybody here. So what I'm going to do during the MVP kind of virtual panels in my segment, I want to make sure I touch base on my personal experience with you guys as far as even recently right now, making sure I was actually updated with my state to vote, right? One thing I did notice is I didn't actually log into the site for a really long time, right? Like a really long time. And I dug a little deeper and I was like, wait a second. And it said, like party of choice, right? I'm phrasing it wrong. It's like your preferred party or something like that. And I know this is right, but it said Democrat, right? Democratic Party. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is the only reason, and I can definitely say this is 110% because this is my fucking view, and I'm sharing it with you guys. The only reason I ever did go to that party was because I was just seeing all the shit that was being fed on the screens that you would look at, right? That's when English is my second language, right? My family came from Mexico. Like, I'm a full fucking Mexican American, like a fucking coconut. Brown on the outside, white on the inside, most people could say. So, but English is my second language. And when I started actually picking up all the shit as I grew older, or when I was younger, I was like, okay, I kind of saw some stuff. Got a little bit older, right? Started noticing, oh, this is what we're supposed to believe. This is what I'm supposed to vote for. This is who I'm supposed to support. Fast forward to now. Fast forward to not many, but it feels like many years later where you actually get to realize and dig more in depth. And being a Latino Mexican American like myself, who a lot of people are voting against our preferred Trump. Now I want to share with you guys exactly what I think is happening, and I'm agreeing with every single thing that you guys are saying, of course. But one thing that I want to share personally is it doesn't matter what's going on around you or what your family or friends are saying. It's what you believe in and what you see and what you can actually see that's not being talked about as well too. Not just believing in what's being said, but also I think Steve has said this is making sure you're paying attention to what's not being said. And I personally have dug a little deeper in what I really want and what I want my future to be, and for my friends and family around me. So I'm just gonna push that so y'all table is making sure that people are aware as far as anybody out there that speaks Spanish. There's plenty of viewers here that possibly have second language as well. Let's connect. If you speak Spanish, great. If you speak a different language, let's find someone that speaks language so we can all support each other. And again, get us to that step where we can actually make a difference and push forward. Si hay alguien allá que habla español y necesita ayuda o quiere información en cómo votar y no sabe dónde ir, vengan aquí con la comunidad de Maga VP. Aquí yo les ayudo, yo puedo ser el representante que pueda seguir adelante con ustedes, porque todos necesitamos que estar unidos como latinos y votar por Trump. ¡Y viva el MVP! ¡Cabrones!
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go.
it's a good
So
thing.
much love.
Woo, get it.
So that's what I share with you guys. I want to make sure we all stay united. 27. Do you guys know what number that is? 27. 27 days, 27 días faltan para que nosotros podamos hacer una diferencia. We need to everybody needs to gather around, make a difference so we can all continue to push forward and actually make a change, make a difference. So again, I love you guys. That's what my segment's going to be part about. Hopefully we can get some more people here. Anybody, like I said, if you speak Spanish, let's connect. I want to make sure we all stay united. Unidos, vamos a seguir adelante todos. Y si necesitan ayuda, empezar o aprender un poco de lo que es lo que nosotros estamos haciendo aquí con Maga VP, por favor, pregúntenme. All right, so don't be shy, everybody. Reach
I
Gracias.
out to me,
love you,
please.
Gracias.
Caesar.
Me llamo Cristo. Gracias, Caesar.
Mucho gusto, Crystal.
Gracias. Poquito español.
Yes,
Yeah,
vas a aprender más.
Caesar,
Gracias. Gracias.
word of the day, nacho.
Yo,
Nacho. Harris is
not,
nacho president.
Oh snap!
hey,
Yes.
where's the
Love it.
sound effects? We need the sound effects in there after that one.
I love that. I love hearing you talk
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
He's off.
That was so good.
It
the,
was,
the,
Well,
yeah.
that's one thing. One thing too that I have to kind of go through. Like I wear an MVP hat around town, like a lot, like almost all the time, right? I have two hats that say Taker MVP on them, and I wear my Maga VP bracelet. I don't think I've taken it off honestly since I've left Nashville, since we got these. So oftentimes, I get asked, what does MVP stand for? And I tell them MAGA VP. And they're like, oh, MAGA. And I'm like, yeah, MAGA Vice President. So I have to tell them and explain to them, right? I play soccer on the weekends during the week as well, too, since winter season's coming around. So I play indoor. So often I interact with a lot of people. And I get asked, hey, what's MAGA VP or what's crypto? And I'm like, hell yeah, let's crack a beer open and let's talk. And I often have to speak to people in Spanish, and it's amazing how I have to just adapt to okay, shift my mindset from my how do I even say this? I guess I'm losing my words. I'm shifting my brain right from English to Spanish, but also going from a very basic level of speaking to someone about crypto, about a movement, about a community, about conviction, and little stuff like that. So things like that, I found not very many people do, as far as to a certain Spanish speaking community. So if we can maybe get that form in, I would love to push that forward and take that lead. So whoever's listening, again, join the TG. Formar una comunidad, continue to grow a little community, and keep pushing forward, guys. So thanks for letting me speak again, guys. This is going to be exciting. I love it.
That's
Can I?
super. Caesar, I'm going to bring my friend in. I'm going to bring her in eventually as a guest speaker. She's helped do some MVP projects with me. You've seen her picture up in TG Community. Kellen, yeah, she would
Uh,
love to speak Spanish with you. She supports MVP too, so that's pretty cool.
yep, that's how it starts. You tell one person, they bring another, and they bring
Yep.
another, and
Yeah,
it
the
just,
whole
yep.
hospital. She's getting the whole hospital on the MVP, getting them in the community. So that's what's up right there. Oh, look at speaking of that bracelet from Nashville. I had that. I had two MVP bracelets. This is one of the things that happened to me this week, you guys. Of MVP, great moment. I gave it to one of the guys that gave me a cell phone, and I got him. He was like, "Oh, I like that bracelet," and I gave him the bracelet from Nashville, Caesar, and he is now in the community. So that's really cool.
Yeah, the bracelets were a genius idea. I had to be a little stingy because I want a backup just in case something happens to this one. So I haven't got rid of this my other spare one yet. But yeah,
Hey, Caesar, Caesar, can I
yo,
impress you with my huge Spanish skills? Can I impress you right
oh
now?
yes, this is what I wanted to get to. Let's get it.
All
¿Cómo está,
right.
Juanito? No, mi placer es hablar con usted. ¿Cómo está?
Well, I was going to say, ellas están comiendo tus gatos. They are
Oh,
Well
eating your
said.
mis
cats.
gatos.
They're eating your cats.
It's a
You,
dogs.
so you must know, yo tengo un gato en mis pantalones también.
Oh, muy gato grande.
Muy bien,
Oh,
muy bien.
Meow.
I love it, guys. Yes, yes. Yeah, bring
Caesar,
your friend.
I
Yeah,
would
Jenna.
lose my shit if you know who I would love if he came out and supported Trump. I would lose my shit. Pitbull.
Pitbull, quiere que venga Pitbull aquí. Dale, dale.
Oh,
I
hell yeah. I love
he came
Caesar,
out.
it.
Caesar,
See,
let's get
he
Pitbull in
came.
here.
He escaped communism, right? His family, and he says subtle little things, but he has never come out and said because he doesn't like the direction and stuff, but he says it on like small podcasts and stuff. But if he ever had the, I'm sure he's probably, and I'm surprised that if he would be afraid because he's a powerhouse, in the industry. I wish he would come out and just say it. I think that would be crazy, crazy, but oh
I'm
well.
following his ex account as of right now, and yeah.
Does
Well, I'm
he
gonna
say,
get
has
to
he
it.
said anything on there that
Now you got me thinking right now because there is somebody that did step up on stage, and I can't not remember what his name is. I don't think it was Pitbull, but I want to say because I just did that accent, I feel like it was somebody along those lines that had that kind of ethnicity or whatever you want to call it, right? I forget what Pitbull is. Uh, but yeah, that would definitely be something.
he's Cuban, I think.
Yeah, cubano, I think, or Puerto Ricano. I can't remember one of those two. I can't even copy their accent. Yeah. So sorry if anybody's from there.
Well,
Soy mexicano.
I'll tell you right now, guys, we have 316 live viewers right now. This is actually going
Let's
to
go, baby.
let's freaking go. Appreciate everybody who tuned in today, and congrats to everyone who actually won our giveaways today. We only set out for 3 giveaways, but today we actually made them 4. And I'm also going to add a surprise giveaway to one of the folks that had been engaged throughout the event. So I love the energy here. Mitchell David, I'm going to be in your DMs on Telegram. I noticed your energy, and I also want to, the next DM you're going to get from me is drop your wallet. So appreciate everybody who tuned in today. This was the inaugural MVP, the Maga virtual panels live stream. Today, as promised, we did add an additional platform. So YouTube, we're actually live streaming right now from YouTube as well. And we broke last week's attendance by over 2x, so almost 3x. And let's see if we can't keep up this uptrend. So if you guys enjoyed today's session, please tune in. We're going to be doing it same time, same place next week, every Wednesday. It's going to be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain. And this is just going to be the standard operating procedure here, guys. So thank you all for tuning in. Congrats to all the winners. We have 27 to 26 days, depending on where you live, until the election. But yeah, guys, this right now, this point in time counts. And we're just going to keep heating up. From a project perspective, leading up to the election. You saw what happened with Maga meme coin. We saw the pump there, and the rest of political finance followed. The projects that are actually good, that are building here in the space, that are doing some good things. And you saw how MVP followed with that. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to end it with a little bit of alpha here, guys. Just look forward to a big bang coming soon for MVP. We are gearing up for some things leading up to the election. We're not going to say when. We're not going to name a time. You just got to, like we've been saying from the get-go here, time in this market is better than timing the market. You take a look at the floor. You take a look at where we've been, and we're going to meet our goals, guys. So appreciate you all tuning in. And until next time, thank you again.
Thank you, Luke.